Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sequential Biology, and in this video we will discuss about taxonomy and the differences in between taxonomy and systematics, and also few important terms related to taxonomy. Systematics is a broad concept or the broad idea, and which is consisting of taxonomy plus evolution. Then the taxonomy is a branch of systematics, and when the taxonomic study is related with evolution, then this is known as systematics. Then the systematics is a broad range study. This is broad range because the evolution is studied under systematics, but the taxonomy range is narrow. In taxonomy, only 4 components are used. Characterization. So characterization means, suppose if we study an organism, and we can study their different characters, their size, their color, their morphology, and this process is known as characterization. And next is identification, and after characterization we actually place this organism into a previously created group, and after then we classify this organism, that is, we can determine their systematic position. And the last one is the naming, and this naming not only be scientific naming, and also the name of phylum, in which phylum they will be belongs to, or in which class. So this is known as naming, and these are the 4 component of taxonomy. When the evolution is considered, then the taxonomical study is known as systematics. Then the taxonomy refers to only classification. It is related to only the classification, and in systematics not only classification but also evolution is considered. Not only classification plus evolution. Taxonomy is obviously a branch of systematics. This is branch of systematics. Taxonomy is a branch of systematics, and systematics is broad range study. This is broad range study, and here the evolutionary history of organism not study. Here evolutionary history is studied. Evolutionary history studied. These are the basic differences in between taxonomy and systematics. And now we will discuss few important terms which are related to taxonomy. First is alpha taxonomy. Usually these terms are very confusing and very closely related, so you should have clear concept about these important terms. Alpha taxonomy. Here the species is characterized and naming of the species. Here only the species level, species characterized. Suppose there are present, we know there are present 1.7 million species, and the characterization of the species, that means their features are analyzed, and also the naming of species, that is the binomial nomenclature, naming of species. Then the taxonomic study in species level is known as alpha taxonomy, and then the beta taxonomy, species. Arrangement of species, that is determine their taxonomic position. Determine their taxonomic position. Suppose, of human, suppose the human is phylum Chordata and class Mammalia, order primates, and species, suppose species Homo sapiens, right? And when we study only the species level, then this is called as alpha taxonomy, and when we study above the species level, then this is known as beta taxonomy. Then these are the basic differences in between alpha and beta taxonomy. And the gamma taxonomy. Now the gamma taxonomy. What is this gamma taxonomy? Gamma taxonomy is the intraspecific variation. Gamma taxonomy is intraspecific variation. Population, a species can form the different population, and when we study the variation of this different population of a particular species, then this is called as gamma taxonomic study. And now the another 2 terms are related with the taxonomy. The microtaxonomy. What is this microtaxonomy? Microtaxonomy, when study at species level. So study at species level is called as microtaxonomy. And the macrotaxonomy, what is macrotaxonomy? Macrotaxonomy means when we study above species level, above species level. Then these are the very closely related terms and which you should know when you study the taxonomy. And also you have a huge confusion about the differences in between the taxonomy and systematics, and hope you have clearly understand about the differences in between taxonomy and systematics, and also this confusing term, that is what is alpha taxonomy, what is beta taxonomy, what is gamma taxonomy, what is micro and macro taxonomy. So thank you, and that's it.